Welcome back to Gamescom 2012 and to the ESL CM Storm Arena. It is a little bit different now. We were going to do the next game, but we're just going to have a little brief pause. But the good news, if you're here at Gamescom, is that we're going to give away some free stuff. Who likes free goods? I don't know what the German is for that, I'm afraid. Maybe I'll get that. Geschenke? Okay, there you go. So Geschenke, yeah? Is that okay? All right. So we're going to give away some goodies. So I wonder if we could just crop in here and have a look at some of these goodies. We've got a World of Warcraft Collector's Edition. Anyone want that? Yes? No? Okay, good. We've also got a load of other goodies. We've got figurines, we've got deluxe collector's editions, we've got baseball caps, we've got books, hardback and softback. So a load of stuff to give out. Who would like some free stuff? Let me see some hands. Good. Who's been here all day? Who's been here all day? That lady at the front, right down there. You've been here since before I got here. Yeah. What would you like? The Cataclysm Collector's Edition. Is that what you want? Or do you want the figurine? You can't have the trophy, sorry. What do you... Come over here. Come over. Come and join us. What would you like? I can sign a hat if you'd like. No? You want the hat? There you go. Well done. Okay, who would like some more free stuff? Let's see some hands. Look at all these people outside going, I'd like free stuff. They've not been here long enough. Who's been here all day? Okay, come over here. Come and join me. I'm going to give you some stuff out. I don't want to throw these. I'm just going to pass these out. We're going to be sensible. There you go. Yeah, they're telling me in my ear I'm being good. Brand new World of Warcraft hats. We've also got these. These are, I really like these. These are the Mega Blocks. Do you like these? Who would like the Mega Blocks? Who likes free things? I've also got a Richard Knack World of Warcraft hardback book. Okay, I'm going to make you work for this a little bit. Let's hear you shout. World of Warcraft after 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. Well, was that good enough, or do we want a bit of noise? A bit more noise, I'm being told. So who wants the book? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give it down here. Look. Oh. Okay. We've also got these wonderful action figures. Okay. You're getting used to it. I like this now. Okay. I've also got some paperback books. Okay. Oh, not so much. I see how it is. What about the luxury deluxe collector's edition? That's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So can I get to who's feeling very fit? Is anyone feeling very, very fit? Very fit. Right. Come and join me through here. Careful as you come up onto the stage. Who out? You, sir? Yeah, come and join me then. Yeah, come and join me up here. You're now a star. Okay, come and stand over this side, one each side of me, like gladiators, okay? You're now on television. Say, hello, mum. Okay, good, right. All I'm going to ask you to do is do press-ups. You know press-ups? Okay, ready? Go. Press-ups, as many as you can. Keep going. Right, and while they're doing that, what's that? I'm not allowed to throw anything, but it's a ball. Okay, they're going to carry on doing that. I'm going to give some more free stuff out. Who'd like some more free stuff? Okay. I've got another hardback book. Who wants to make a very big cheer? Left-hand side? Pretty loud. They're still going. Anyone else on the right-hand side? Rubbish. You guys were brilliant. Okay. I've got a few more of these mega blocks. Are you still going? Okay, they're still going. I'm going to hand out some more freebies. One more book over here. Oh, yeah, I'm nearly through that one. I've got to be careful. Are you still going? Keep going. Keep going. Oh, my goodness, that looks tough. It's warm in here, isn't it? Oh. Keep going. It's very close now. There's an adjustment going on here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, how many more can we do? Oh, dear me. Keep going. The collector's edition's up for grabs. He's still up. We've got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, stand up, stand up. All right, stand up, okay. We're going to do this like the boxing ring, okay? If you want contestant 1 to win, please cheer very loudly. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Nothing. What about contestant number 2? Oh, I think we have a winner. Late. There we go. Look, a Cataclysm limited edition. Well done. You, sir, you can take that one away as a runners-up prize. Well done. Okay, I've got one last prize left. For the deluxe edition, okay, I want 2 more people. Who'd like to come up and join me? Who'd like to come up? Who's come the furthest? Who's not local? Who's come? Where have you come from? From Germany? That's not very far, is it? We're in Germany. Where have you come from? From Germany. Who's not from Germany? Who's come a long way? Where have you come from? From Salt Lake City? That's a long way. Come and join me. Who else? No, you've already told me once. Where have you come from? From where? Okay, come and join me. Just people that have travelled a long way need a prize, okay? You 2 go head to head. Stand right here, head to head, face each other, okay? Get a bit closer. Don't worry. Get a bit closer. Bit closer. Right. Rock, paper, scissors on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, stone blunts, 1-0. You ready? Rock, paper, scissors on 3. Go. Oh, 2-0. Best of 5. Are you ready? Go. Oh, pulls one back. It's tense stuff, this. 2-1. You ready? Oh. Oh. Oh, 2-2. Are you ready then? Sudden death, rock, paper, scissors, go. Oh. No! Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, a winner. Well done to both of you. Here we go. Deluxe edition. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner of rock, paper, scissors. Oh, how much fun do we have with the raffle. Thank you very much. Take your seats. Have some great fun with the World of Warcraft. We've got the European Invitationals still to come. Enough nonsense from me on the stage. Let's throw it over to 2 people who do know what they're talking about when it comes to World of Warcraft. Here they are, our fabulous commentary team.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. We're here live in Cologne at Gamescom. I'm E.G. Azale. I'm here with my main man, Conrad. And we are going to answer some questions. I mean, if Conrad has any questions for me, or if anyone has any questions, anything like that, you can tweet at us at hashtag BWCWow. So I'm going to be checking that out, seeing if there's anything on there we can talk about a little bit. And we're just going to do a little bit of a discussion here, Conrad.
Yeah, you actually, I don't know if you were away for that, but we actually saw a pretty intense rock, paper, scissors match. It was a quick 2-0, and then we had a nice little comeback. It was all tied up 2-2, and our hero took home a very cool Illidan prize with his Warglaive, so that guy actually got legendaries. All he had to do for his legendaries was win 3 rock, paper, scissors rounds, so not bad at all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm very happy to be here. It's actually super warm out, but so far Germany's been absolutely wonderful. A whole bunch of good times. So any questions from our viewers? If you guys have any questions, you can send them to @EGAzale on Twitter. He's looking at it right now.
Yeah, I am indeed looking at that right now. So I'm just looking at Twitter. I don't know, there's a couple of things on here, not so much yet. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, then you can tweet that at us. But yeah, basically, well, to the person asking, the people wearing the 2 headsets, basically they just have in-ear headphones, and then they're having the big kind of like aircraft type headphones over top of that, and that just makes it so you can't hear anything outside, because it is very, very loud here. You guys might not actually realize that, because the mics and everything we're using are really good and they're sound canceling, but it's crazy loud. It's really hard to even hear the person sitting next to you. So that's exactly what they're doing, and it's just basically trying to make it as close to what it is at home as they can get. And yeah, so I mean, what do I think about the POV system? I think it's pretty cool. It's obviously a lot different. It's just something we're kind of trying out, having some fun here. I think it's pretty interesting that it is. It's just totally different. I mean, let's be honest. It's like you see exactly what the players are doing right and wrong, but you don't have as much of a big scope. You don't see everything that's going on in the game as well, but you can really analyze exactly what makes a player good and what mistakes are causing them to lose the match. So I think that's a cool part. Something we haven't really seen before, because players really don't generally, record tournament matches and things like that, and oftentimes they wouldn't really want people to be seeing them, because if they do make a mistake, then it's like, they're getting a lot of crap for it and everything like that.
Yeah.
One player who actually does show all kinds of top tier videos and actually shows tournament videos as well is one of my teammates, Talbadar, and he has a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Talbadar. You can check that out, because he's one of the very few players who actually frapses his tournament games and puts them up, and he'll even show losses in tournaments, and he'll be like, well, I messed up here and this is why we lost, and I think that's really cool. So we're getting to see a lot of differences basically in the tournament.
Yeah, I actually love watching Talbadar's videos. He's, no offense, Evil Geniuses Azale, but he is my favorite person to watch in terms of actual gameplay. I think he's so much fun to watch, so nice head shaking, man. Yeah, I think he's a...
That guy has moves, man. He gets all the ladies.
Oh yeah, he does.
Definitely.
You know who else is actually very skilled at dancing, especially in his chair, is that guy.
No, it's this guy over here. Conrad has some sick-ass dance moves.
Well...
You want to show us some, Conrad? You want to show us a thing or two?
I can do this one.
Oh, damn. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and then I like to do this one. Okay,
and we just got a little bit of an update. Ninja Poll just actually, I think they beat Bleach Bones 3-1. So that is that's the last of the first round matchups, and they're obviously going to be moving on in the upper bracket, I guess we'd call it, winner's bracket, and Bleach Bones is going to have to go down to that consolation bracket. So not the best start for them. We have a bunch more tweets. Why am I such a beautiful commentator? I don't know, man. We have some shout outs. Why do the players keep getting invites to the match? What is the balance between Horde and Alliance teams in the tournament? That's actually an interesting question by Katie Rossiter. So Katie, basically for tournaments, because it's just pre-made characters, you can hop on, you can choose whatever races you want based on the matchup, and it's actually a big part of the strategy. You're going to choose Horde or Alliance based on whatever races you think will give you the biggest advantage. So for example, if you're thinking that you need extra healing for your team, you could be going Draenei for the Gift of the Naru. If it's more about reducing the stuns, for example, you're playing against an MLS and you think that you're maybe going to die in a deep freeze swap, then you might want to go Orc. If you're playing against a team with a lot of fears, for example, you're playing a Shadowplay, whatever, you might want to be going Undead. So it's all things like that. If you need more offensive pressure, you could go Human for double Trinket. So although the teams, there's like some teams are Horde, some teams are Alliance, each individual teams are going to be swapping throughout the tournament based on what they're going up against. So I'm not exactly sure on the balance of Horde and Alliance, but it's much less significant, the choice, than it is on live, because you can change from every matchup.
Yeah, and I think that can be what really separates people from being professional versus just trying to be, is if you're actually prepared for every single matchup. You have an Undead, a Human, and maybe a Draenei, like if you're a Shadow Priest or something like that, and you have all three set up. So yeah, you really want to just min-max as best you can in that way. Please don't fall on me, Glass.
Yeah, please don't touch that. That can actually fall over and kill us, so don't do that. I don't want to die. Dying sucks. But we are going to throw it back to Red Eye. We are ready. Thank you for the questions. Keep tweeting them at me, guys. If we have some more time to fill later, I will try to get to as many good questions as you have. So you can tweet at me at EGAZL. You can also hashtag WCS WoW, right? Or is it?
At BCW.
Oh, BCW WoW. Sorry, my mistake. But yeah, hashtag that. If you do hashtag that, you're going to have a much better chance of getting your question answered, guys. But for now, we're going to head it over to Red Eye, and then we're going to be getting this next series started.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've had two fantastic matches already. It's time to get it on for the lower bracket game, so please make a lot of noise for the first of our two teams, Imminent Tomb! And our next team, going head-to-head for a place in the lower bracket consolation semi-final. They don't get any tougher than this because the loser goes home. The best named clan of the day, without doubt, Eat Nerds, Get Birds! Such a cracking name it really is. Isaac, are you ready? Do you want to get a few words from these two teams?
Yeah, we're going to get a few words from these two teams, then we'll be getting it getting started very shortly. So once again, man, we're back here on stage. Whoever wants to answer the questions, just come on over. So, you're a face I haven't really seen at tournaments before. Do you want to introduce yourself, tell people who you are, what comp you're running, how you got here, things like that, give a little bit of information?
To introduce myself. So basically, I'm Dreams, I'm playing Shaman, and we're playing Warrior, Red Shaman.
Okay, well, thank you very much. You're definitely a name that's known very well online, but is this your first tournament? Live tournament?
It's actually my second tournament. I've been to regionals last year.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously you guys are down in the consolation bracket. Are you confident, though, that you can take this series and move forward in the tournament?
I didn't see
Obviously, you guys are down in the consolation bracket now, but are you confident that you can take this series and move on in this tournament?
Well, it could go either way, I think. They have their chance, we have our chance, but I think we can win.
So what is it, you're obviously playing the healer, what exactly is it that you have to do right in this? Like, what is it you're trying to avoid happening? Like, what is it key for you to do right in this series, you know?
I didn't hear.
What are the key things you have to do right in this series to win?
To win KFC? Well, to win KFC, I think we have to train the shaman very hard and believe in ourselves. If we believe in ourselves, we're gonna win.
All right, well, some confident words from you there. Thank you very much. You guys can go get set up, and we're going to head on over to Barbara. So we're going to get a little bit of interview here on the other side. So some wise words, that they believe in themselves, they're going to win. I like that. I definitely think it's true. You know, you have to think that you're going to be able to win to actually be able to take the series. Would you agree?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I don't think they've got a chance, to be honest.
Pardon me?
I don't think they've got a chance, to be honest.
Oh, wow. So a little bit of trash talk there. You don't think they have a chance? I mean, so is it going to be 3-0? Is it going to be clean sweep?
I think it's quite possible. And not trash talk, just comp-wise, I think we've got the advantage.
So not cocky, just confident?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, I can respect that. So, I mean, why are you so confident against them? Did you play against them all online?
We have played comp and played them before, and basically they have one period of a lot stronger burst when the Paladin's got wings up, but otherwise our general damage is higher and we have better CC, so...
All right, so, I mean, do you think that, you know, obviously you fell down in that first series, but it was a team that you were very nervous about. I thought that you would be very tough for you to beat them, basically. Do you think that, I mean, you're obviously confident you can win this. Do you think that you're going to be able to make your way back up, get all the way to the grand finals through the consolation bracket?
I think it depends how the bracket goes, but there's a good chance of it. I mean, I think if we win this, then I'm not quite certain, but I think we'll be facing either the loser of Kuna or another. So we'll have a very hard match there, and I think if we can beat whoever we face in that match, then we have a strong chance to go all the way.
All right, guys. Well, we heard it here from Dreams. If they can believe they can win, they can win. And then we had over here from Barbara saying they're going to be taking it pretty easily. So we're going to head it back over to Red Eye, and we'll get ready for this match.
Thank you very much indeed. You are a star, sir. And yes, we do have the next round due up very shortly indeed. It's actually going to be about, well, I say about, it's going to be exactly in 9 minutes from now, which is 10 to 2 local time. So that's like 10 to 1 in the UK and about, I don't know, 10 to 9 in New York and 10 to 6 in the morning in LA, and I forget the other times. But anyway, wherever you're tuned in around the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Congratulations, you've tuned in to Gamescom 2012, the final day no less, and it is World of Warcraft, the European Invitational. This time, ladies and gents, it's do or die. Lose this and you're going home. To bring you all the action are our two fabulous commentators. Let's hand it over to right now for a quick preview on this game.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we will have a KFC versus a Warrior Ret Shaman team. And I do like how Dream said, if we believe in ourselves, we will win. But Barbara says, you can believe in yourself all you want, man. It doesn't matter. You're going to get stomped.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's pretty confident. I think you have to be pretty damn confident to say something like that, because honestly, if you come up on stage and you say that in front of, you know, all those people, and then you lose, then you're going to look pretty foolish. So, I mean, maybe going to be a bit of a mistake saying that, because, you know, if I'm on the other team, that's giving me some motivation to want to take him down even more.
Oh yeah, it's hostile, man. You know, these players just hate each other. They've hated each other. They were in the same kindergarten class, actually.
Yeah.
One person stole the glue from the other person when they were trying to make arts and crafts, and it's been hatred ever since.
Yeah, and then Barbaros took his juice box and sprayed it on him.
That didn't happen.
That's cold.
That didn't happen at all.
No.
No. No, we're just kidding, of course, guys. But thank you so much. Again, feel free to tweet at EGAzael, the hashtag BWC, wow, or BCWWOW. Hashtag BCWWOW.
No, it's BWC.
That's what I said, I mean.
You said BCW. BWCWOW, so that's Blizzard World Championship, World of Warcraft. BWCWOW on Twitter, and you can tweet at me. I'm at EGAzale. We'll be getting some questions from there throughout the day as we do have time to fill and things like that. And I appreciate each and every one of you that are tweeting those questions at me. And whoever is going to give the best questions, obviously, is going to be the ones that are getting answered. If it's anything immature, we're just going to ignore it. But yeah, so I mean, we are going to be moving on to this next series, and this is a consolation bracket series, so a lot is on the line for these two teams. They really can't mess up anymore. They already lost their first series. Admittedly, it may be against some of the harder opponents in the tournament, but if you mess up, man, one more time, you're out.
Yeah, and this does mean whoever loses this is completely out, as you just said. Whoever wins will move on. They'll fight the winner of either Goldmember versus Bleach Bones, I believe it is. So, yeah, or no, I believe they're actually going to fight whoever loses in the winner's bracket. But so far, the teams I expected to win actually won, aside from the double Shaman Lock team. I was not expecting them to win at all. And now, since they won that, they're going to have to fight Ninja Pole. And Ninja Pole will be the composition of a Rogue Lock Shaman. That is going to be Garo on the Shaman, Kajin, I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but he is the Rogue, and Nerd
I think it might just be Kane, but I'm not sure.
Oh, is it? Oh.
I think it's pronounced Kane, but I'm not exactly sure about that. But yeah, I mean, we obviously have the semis going on there pretty shortly. We're probably going to be showing a semifinal match right after this first round consolation bracket. But I mean, do you think it was surprising for Bleach Bones to be losing that first series? That was that RMP that the RLS was so scared of. I mean, they were saying that's the hardest team in the entire tournament for them. They're like, if we beat that RMP, we're going all the way. Like they were extremely confident.
I was actually extremely surprised to see the RMP win, because they actually fought the RLS for War Games, another RLS. They fought them, they War Gamed them a little while ago, maybe 2 hours ago. And the series were split. Like, I think it was maybe 4-3 in favor of the RMP. Don't quote me on that, though. But, yeah, to see them win was very surprising for me.
The RMP lost.
I take it all back.
Yeah.
That's what wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So basically, Conrad just says everything wrong. He still is surprised. I can understand him because, he's a little bit slow, guys, but I've learned to deal with him. I've learned to understand him. But yeah, so the RMP, basically what he's saying is the RMP earlier was wargaming against Kuna's RLS, and they won more games than they lost. And then they turned around and actually lost their series against this other RLS that is a lot less known, a team that's probably most people would consider the weaker team. Maybe that's wrong, but I think going into that, that's the expectations that people have. So to see that they did lose is very surprising to me, and it'll be interesting to see how Ninja Pole does for the rest of the tournament, because they're going to be playing Just Being Honest, which is that double Shaman Warlock team, and that'll be pretty interesting for RLS. I mean, it's going to be really annoying for that Warlock, but at the same time, I feel like if he can stay back, get some good pressure going, kind of just avoid the interrupts, then with the Rogue on whether it's the Enhancement Shaman or the Warlock himself, then I think that with the Wound Poison and the constant pressure they should be able to put out, it could be pretty good.
I would have to put this in favor of the double Shaman, man. If I had to guess, I think double Shaman is just, you shut down way too much. It allows the rest of the Shaman to actually just spam the spell, because you know that he's not going to get near enough UAs up. If your Enhancement Shaman has his spell, his Wind Shear ready and available to use, you dispel a UA, you say get the next, and then he gets it. And then as your UA debuff fades, you just get the next one. Maybe you ground the third, ground the fourth, shocks back up. So's the other. Boom. What do you do? And then maybe there's even an instant Hex thrown in just to interrupt, just to really make that Warlock stay miserable. That would make my day miserable.
Yeah, I mean, there's also Wolf Bashes and things like that, double Tremor. So
yeah,
it is obviously extremely annoying to deal with. We are just waiting for these two teams to get ready, and as soon as they are ready, we can just hop right into the series. It will be a best-of-5 consolation bracket round 1. So whoever loses here means they lost both series, are out. Obviously, it would be a very disappointing finish for either team.
Well, it would be a disappointing finish, but let's face it, man. To be invited here and to be able to play here, that's pretty cool in and of itself. All the players have been super nice, considerate, kind to each other. Aside from the two people from kindergarten that absolutely hate each other, that there's just been bad blood ever since. But, that's we will be getting into this game pretty shortly.
Yeah, so they are in the game. It's just obviously counting down in that entrance zone, and then we are going to hop in and follow. I'm not sure exactly who we are following in this matchup, but regardless, it's still going to be that first-person point of view that we have been using so far. We should have someone on either team, so we can kind of swap back and forth like we did in the last series. And here we are. We're going to be firing Barbarous out in the Grand Arena. That will be the first map of this best-of-5 It's going to be Barbarous, Glyptic, and Brain Deadly going up against the team of Dreams, Jimos, and Cologne.
Yeah, you can see Dreams actually named himself Dreams Six Pack, obviously because he's so ripped, man. So you see
DC.
Already a disconnect. And so...
And I think we're going to have a restart there. So if we can't get an admin over to Barbarous' computer right away, then we can... yeah,
yep.
There we go.
Back to us, guys. Hey, sorry about that disconnect. Unfortunately, he charged into the pillar. And...
it does happen from time to time.
Oh, yeah. And are they... What is their team name? They're Imminent Tomb
no.
DC.
They're just Imminent Tomb.
Maybe they should have renamed to Imminent Pillar DC. Or Imminent Pillar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think that this team has to do? It is going to be a Warrior Hunter Shaman versus a Warrior Ret Shaman. What do you think the main difference will be between the Hunter and the Ret?
I mean, for the Ret, obviously, it's all about the wings. It's all about getting that damage out during the wings. The problem is you have both Tranquilizing Shot, like Trank Shot, and you have Purge. And Braid Deadly's actually a Hunter, one of the few Hunters who really just spam that out. Like, he's going to try to get all the buffs off of that Ret Paladin. And if they're able to purge the wings or Trank Shot off the wings, then I think it's basically going to be game over, because the amount of pressure that the Red is going to get out is going to be non-existent compared to this Warrior Hunter team, which is just going to be putting out an insane amount of pressure throughout the entire series. We saw in the series earlier, they did fight off against Jasper Zents, that was another team, and this KFC was just putting incredible amounts of damage into that DK the entire time.
Yeah, I would assume Braden Diddley is going to be taking a lot of damage. Also, swaps onto the Shaman will be huge. And when we were talking to our Ret Warrior Shaman team, they told us that they think they do pretty well against most cleave setups. They have a lot of defensives they can burn through, and that's really in their favor. And they also have some of the highest burst potential in the game, just like instant burst. You have a Warrior, they have high burst, of course, especially on the TR. On Live, not so much, but on TR, their burst is very good. Yeah. Ret Paladins, of course, they have, in my opinion, the highest burst in the game. Maybe rogues and mages are up there too, but when the wings are up, like you were saying, it's just so much damage and it's so high. So you really have to be careful for that.
Yeah, it really is all about that. For that we see. There's actually a lot of Ret Paladins in this tournament. There's 3. Obviously, there's this Ret Warrior Shaman team, and there's 2 Ret TK Priests. So actually, Ret Paladin's very well represented here. There's a couple of fans there hanging out, and we are going to be getting this going hopefully very quickly, as long as Barbarous has fixed everything up. And I can just answer a question here. In the meantime, this is from Jordan Vandewow. We do see that he's asking, why don't we see any Fire Mages, Boomkins, or 3 DPS in these tournaments? Because with Fire Mages and Boomkins, I mean, it's like they are very strong. There's some strong setups for them, and I think that we are going to see some more in the various setups and stuff. We actually saw in MLS won the Korean qualifiers, so I think that we might see a Fire Mage from there at the Chinese finals. We also, there's some very famous Moonkins and Fire Mages in US, like Serenas and Volkazar. They're a very good Fire Mage Boomkin team, so we may see some of those from the other regions, but anyway, it hasn't shown up here. But we are going to be getting it going. And we are going to be following Barbarous out here once again. He will be probably just trying to go for, obviously, the Ret or the Warrior.
Yeah, he's just going to hang out behind the pillar for now. Wait until his teammates are ready to just charge in there. Dreams is going to be stacking his Ancestral Vigor on himself, as it will just last as long as he's able to keep some form of healing on himself. It's going to stay up. So Barbarous does charge back there. He's going to swap over onto Collard, though. Collard is just going to be hitting Brain Deadly. Brain Deadly doing a great job of kiting away from them. Freedom out onto the Ret Paladin. He did put it on himself. I would have preferred for him to put it on the Warrior.
And there's actually sacrifices on that Warrior. That's why he couldn't use the Freedom. He didn't want to overwrite that. And he's thrown down. And he is going to be taking a lot of damage here, down to 40% HP. He's going to have to Blade Storm out of there. We can see that Brain Deadly just trying to chase after him, trying to keep the damage going on him. He's going to Heroic Leap away. The damage is continuing on to Collard, who's down at 30% HP. Actually going to have to just get out of there, because Brain Deadly is now the target. And we can see that Brain Deadly going to be forced to deterrence there, as Collard does get topped off.
Yeah, he's going to try and pull away. Still just trying to kite all day against these guys. They're going to swap over onto Barbarous, though, already at 50%. Earthshield is on him. Riptide as well, so he's not going to be too much in trouble. Collard is still being hit by this Hunter Warrior team. An hamstring on him, a full trap onto Dreams. And was that a trinket? I'm not entirely sure.
I think Dreams did have to trinket that. Collard just taking way too much damage, and Glyptic's going to go into the Repent. They need to get some counter pressure going here, but I'm not sure if they can, because Collard's going to be put into a full throwdown down to 20% HP. Going to be bopped off there by that Ret Paladin Gmos, and that was a good bop. He had to do that for sure. We can see that Thunderclap and Demo Shout both going out there from Barbarous, who's just trying to shut down the damage on Brain Deadly, who's at about 50%. Intimidating shout now coming out there from Collard, but not that effective.
Yeah, you can see still just trying to pull away, and I feel bad for Barbarous trying to hit a target with Freedom as a warrior when you're slowed by Piercing Howl. Must be so frustrating. Dreams at 75% mana, Glyptic at a little bit lower, 57%. Looks like a full scatter trap may land on a Dreams here, and now Collard certainly in a lot of trouble. He does catch a Wog for a little bit of health, and does he have any other defensive cooldowns? I believe
no, but I mean he does have the Freedom. He's kiting out of there. It looks like he's going to be fine. Actually, a Monkey Stun on there onto Dreams, and there's the Hex onto Gmo. So there's going to be a lot of trouble here for Collard. Both his teammates RCC. Dreams now out of that CC. He's trying to get that the healing out. He's trying to top him off. We can see that he's just throwing hamstrings right now onto Gmo, just trying to keep him away and just trying to get as much damage out as possible. We even have Sunders up on Collard, who's down about 20% HP. He's into kill shot and XC range. He's in a full throwdown. I think he might just go down here. He catches a big NS though from Dreams that is going to keep him alive, and we can see that Barbarous is actually kind of in an awkward position. He's at 30%, and he has to get out of there.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to use his Enrage regen at this point. He has not yet. He went down to 7%, gets picked back up, but Collard's still at 21% in a little bit of trouble. Has Link gone out? I don't know. There wasn't intervene back, just trying to reduce all pressure. He's going to have to kite away. Give him a free
there's the full scatter trap on Dreams once again, though. Collard may go down here. He's down at 28% HP. He's Imp Hamstrung. Catches the Wog, though, from Gmos, and that's going to keep him alive as he does Blade Storm out of there. We can see a lot of damage is trying to be put into here onto Collard. We can see Barbarous is actually just charging around, just trying to slow them down, keep those debuffs up, keep his Hunter alive. Glyptic is behind on mana, but I mean, it seems like there's definitely more pressure coming out from this KFC.
Yeah, our Red Paladin is going to be hit now. Are those wings? We're going to see some big damage coming out from him in just a moment. Mana-wise, both teams at about the same. Brain Deadly down to 50% health. He does disengage away. Still in a little bit of trouble. This Warrior is being hit, unable to hit his target. He is going to get over to him now, but will he be able to actually land a kill? Every single time Brain Deadly just gets away. They might just want to swap over onto the Warrior, which is what they're doing now. There's no Earth Shield on him yet. It does get applied at this point, but he's already at 55% health, and there's a scatter onto Dreams. He does get out. He's going to
down
go
at 30%, man. Barbarous is in actually a lot of trouble, and he has to get out of there because he's down at 25%, 10% HP, catches a big heal, intervenes out, but I don't know if he's going to be okay or not. Collard is going to be taking quite a bit of damage here as well, as Barbarous does get top back off. He's going to swap back over onto Gmos, it looks like, but Collard just going to charge right back in there, keep the damage going onto Brain Deadly, or at least he's trying to. We can see Dreams has fallen a bit behind now, and man, I think that Glyptic was able to get a little bit of a drink off there, but I mean, they're just kind of resetting now. They're kind of sitting back behind the pillar. It looks like Barbarous may want to go onto the Shaman, but he is going to be peeled off immediately by Collard, and both the Red Paladin and the Warrior are coming over here. We can see that there's a full throwdown onto Collard. I think he's actually going to trinket that because we can see that Brain Deadly was just teeing off on him.
Yeah, he is down to about 50% now down to 40, doing so much pressure onto this Warrior. Will they actually be able to land a kill here? He's at 25%. He's going to be taking so much damage. Kill shots will be coming in, and he could just flop. You need to be able to peel for your Shaman, allow him to cast those heals. There's actually a bleed up on that Shaman, so he cannot be trapped now. That's not good at all for this Hunter team. But look at that Warrior, down to 5%. He does get picked back up a little bit, still trying to cut away 1%, and he will end up falling.
The Link going down just a little bit too late there from Dreams, unable to top his teammate back off, and we can see that the first game will go to Barbarous, Brain Deadly, and Glyptic, but maybe not as convincing as what they thought it would be. I mean, we saw that Barbarous was at like 5% HP at one point, something like that. He definitely could have gone down with a little bit more luck from that other team, or a little bit more damage coming in. So they're going to have to be careful. I mean, Barbarous was extremely confident they were going to take this series, but that first game was not so easy.
Yeah, well, you never know, man. Maybe he just wanted to give him a little bit of hope just so he can pull him down just a little bit more even later. Have we gotten any interesting questions coming in?
We have a couple, but nothing really worth addressing right now. But I mean, we are going to be moving into the second game here pretty shortly. It is best of 5, guys. We did see the first game going to that KFC team right there. Brain Deadly, Barbarous, and Glyptic were able to take that first one. Dreams is unable to get that link off right at the end. I mean, it came down, but it was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, and that's something you always have to be so worried about. I know I play a Resto Shaman. I'm nowhere near any of these players, so I'm like maybe 2K max, and every single game that we lose, it's because I don't link. I'm just not the best when it comes to actually throwing down the link and using it efficiently, and you know that can actually be what makes the top shamans such top shamans, is if you link blinds or something like that, that's going to put you so far ahead.
Yeah, it can make a huge difference. I just think it's like another really big thing for the Shamans is the ones who can continue to shock and ground the right things and do all that while being trained and while being under a lot of pressure, because there's lots of good ones, lots of good healers in general who can still kind of get all those other interrupts out and do everything that they have to do when their team is high on HP. But as soon as things kind of start to go a little bit crazy and they're under too much pressure, everything kind of starts to fall apart. They stop interrupting, they stop grounding the right things, and as soon as you do that, you're never really going to be able to recover. So you need to be able to get those interrupts out. You need to be able to do everything that you have to do while still being focused, because if you can't, it doesn't really give your team the ability to kind of recover there. And as we can see on that screen, the countdown is beginning. We're going to hop right in here and follow Barbarous. Maybe we can hop over to the other team and see how that goes this game. But I'm not sure who would be falling on the other team, but it would be cool to watch their point of view. We did see Barbarous in the first game, and he's going to be moving across the map right here on Blade's Edge. That will be the second map.
Yeah, he's just going to waddle on over. He's trying to charge, but everyone's just standing behind that pillar, unable to get anything. There we go. He is going to charge that team right there. Just trying to pull back. He doesn't want to get pulled behind that pillar, as that would be really bad for him, and he knows that. He's at about 90% health now, still hovering around a little bit. Earth Shield, Riptide's on him. But he's doing a lot of damage onto this Warrior. This Warrior's already at 50% health, taking so much damage. A Greater Healing Wave is being cast against Monkey Sun at the very end. Excellent job by Brain Deadly there. Do they have an interrupt ready? They need to scatter shot into a trap. This team has to eat that. There's an intim shout as well, so the Red Paladin will be feared off, unable to eat that trap for the Shaman. The Shaman's actually going to have to sit both those CDs full. The Warrior has popped his last stand as well, so already a great start for this KFC team.
Yeah, so much pressure going out here, but Barbarous is actually dipping down quite a little bit there. We can see that he is at about 50% HP right now, and he is taking a lot of damage. Collard at the same time is taking a lot of damage. We can see that Zealotry is up now for Gmos, who is going to be getting 3 Holy Power for every single attack he does. So he's going to be able to put out a ton of damage. Dreams will be scattered off there. Will he be able to be trapped? No, it's just going to be a Frost Trap going down for now. Collard is basically full HP. We can see that Gmos, though, Party Time was dipping down about half.
Yeah, Collard now sitting in a full throwdown at about 65% coming out of that. A Greater Healing Wave will be landed. Excellent job for Dreams. It has to be so frustrating fighting a Hunter team like this, because so many of your heals can be interrupted. He's even running while casting and jumping into line of sight at the very end. That way he can't be scattered beforehand. But this KFC just doing so much pressure no matter what. They're tunneling everything into their target. And they may swap over onto Dreams here. He is being targeted. Mortal Strike is up. No Earth Shield just yet. No Riptide. And this is good for them. If they can put him into a throwdown or another stun pretty soon, it's going to be so much trouble for Dreams. Still nothing on him. He's just going to cast a Healing Wave behind a pillar and hope that picks him up just fine. But here we go, back onto Collard, trying to pull Collard away. And the reason why they keep running is because Brain Deadly is a Hunter. He has to be in line of sight and be decently far away. That way he can shoot. But Collard already down to 50% health. He's going to charge over onto Brain Deadly. An intercept will be swapped onto him as well.
Yeah, and there's a sacrifice used there on the Collard, but it's actually Trank shot off immediately by Brain Deadly. A nice job by him there, and a little bit lucky to get that first try. We can see that Collard is just going to be continuously trained on. There's the Blitz stun onto Dreams, and Collard's down to about 10% HP. Will he get picked up here? He gets the bop there and shield wall at the same time, so he will get top back off, but 2 major cooldowns used there, and actually a silencing shot onto Dreams, a big heal. And I mean, Collard is still about half HP with all those cooldowns ending. He's trying to get away, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. He catches the Earth Shield. He's down about 50%. We see a shock coming in there onto Dreams, and he's going for the Hex, but Collard is at 30% HP. He's in a stun right now. He's at 20% HP, 10% HP. A big heal does come out. Spirit Link is used as well.
Yeah, excellent Spirit Link there. I thought for sure he was going to go down from the interrupt there coming from Barbiter, but now Collard at 30% health, still unable to be picked up entirely, and they can actually swap to anyone they want. I believe a wall just went out.
Just intervened that silencing shot, and that may be the only thing that keeps him alive there, but there's a scatter onto Dreams once again. He's going to be interrupted on that heal, and the trap did go down, but it was broken immediately by those snakes, and we can see that Dreams is at about 40%. Collard's at 5% HP, thrown down. Collard will fall, and they are going to take a 2-0 lead here in the consolation bracket. Dreams team, they maybe believe him, but they're not getting the results just yet, and they're down 2-0. They're 1 match away from being eliminated from the tournament.
That's so unfortunate for them, man. I know what it's like to be down in a series and to know that the rest of the tournament is riding on your very next game. And you know what this means, right? For them to be down 0-2.
What does it mean?
Oh, I see that smile. You know what's coming next. They need a comeback train if they want to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, they definitely do, man. And just another question here. What class? I'm going to throw this one to you, Conrad. What class do you think will be the most prominent in MOP arenas?
Oh, monks.
Monks, yeah.
I think so, just because
Just because it's something new, it's something
Yeah,
different.
you know, they have to balance absolutely everything, and it's incredibly hard to balance a game when you have 10 classes. If you throw an 11th class in, that's going to be so difficult no matter what. So it's probably going to take a while for them to be toned down, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're a little underpowered and they have to be toned up. But for the 10 classes currently in the game, I really do think Warlocks are going to be dominant, just because everything seems instant. You have to cast Haunt maybe.
Yeah, not so much. So I mean, I think monks could definitely be extremely strong, and even if he's just asking what's the most prominent. So I think that it's fair to say monks, because it's going to be something new, it's going to be something interesting. So many people are probably going to level one up, and that probably is going to be a very popular class. So Sparknut's asking that on Twitter, and we do have an interesting question here from SodaPop, actually from Chance Morris. He's wondering why there aren't any sharks here on the stream, Conrad.
There are no sharks because we are in Germany and it is hot and we are not in the ocean. That is why there are no sharks. For all of you that make shark jokes at me every single time, this is a face I make. That's the shark face.
Yeah, you have to go to check out Conradical 1 on Warcraft movies. Check out that PvP video.
Don't.
There's some sharks in there. It's pretty sick. Some pretty sick editing on that PvP vid, man.
Yeah, for those of you wondering what in the world we're talking about, it's because I made a PvP video and I let someone else edit it for me, and he decided to go all out with editing. There's a shark scene where just in the arena for absolutely no reason a shark just goes raw across the screen, just like that too. There's no sound effect, there's no raw, but it's pretty close to that. There's also a battlefield scene where it's like the desert. I don't know. Your guys' reaction when you saw that video was my exact same reaction, but to the editor, thank you for making it anyway, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so Conrad, what do you prefer so far? Do you prefer the traditional UI, or are you liking this?
It's a different flavor. I don't prefer either. It's like asking me if I prefer, I don't know if I'm allowed to say brand names or anything like that. But so anyway, it's just a different flavor. It's not bad to try new stuff rather, and I like it a little bit. I think it's really interesting to see exactly how players react, because sometimes we get stuff wrong and I say, I think he trinketed there, but really it broke to a snake or something when we're talking about traps. But yeah.
And I mean, I think we are going to be hopping into this next game pretty shortly here. So as soon as you're already, it is already live. So we're going to be hopping right in. We're going to be following Barbarous once again. As Collard is the target. We see him down to that half HP. Frosttrap going down there behind the pillar. Dreams is actually trying to get some big heals out. But Barbarous is dipping a fair bit as well. Catches a big crit heal, though, from Glyptic. A little bit too late on that Repentance is Gmo, so he's unable to interrupt that. And we can see that Barbarous is just trying to kite out of there, trying to reduce as much damage as possible during that stun. And there's actually a blitz stun onto Glyptic, and Barbarous is dipping very low, but they're actually going to pop wings and swap over to Glyptic, who's at 60% HP immediately. We can see that a lot of peeling is going to have to be done here. Disarm thrown immediately onto Collard, but he's going to connect back onto Glyptic, who is at 25% HP. Into the throwdown. Does he have a trinket available? 20% HP. He does trinket that. I do believe the link went down as well, but he is still so low. Collard at the same time is at about 50%. Barbarous at 50%. Glyptic is just going to be continued to be attacked, though. We've seen the Guardian is out still for Gmos, and Glyptic down about 10% HP. Will he be able to top himself back off? Recklessness has been popped by Collard. He's trying to catch back up, but he's actually going to have to be bopped as he's taking so much damage, and Glyptic is down below, going to be able to top himself completely off. Barbarous going to have to jump down to the bottom, though, because he is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he may want to use Enraged Regen. You need to allow your Shaman to pick your team back up, but he's actually going to kite away, doing a great job. He should be fine for now. Excellent awareness from Barbarous, but Brain Deadly is still low on health, and I believe they see that, so they're probably going to try and swap over onto him at this point. Dreams was going for a Hex there. He gets Silencing Shot at the end of it. Excellent job, Brain Deadly, and now you can see the Warrior charging over onto Brain Deadly already. He's actually going to hang out behind that pillar, try and get topped off, maybe wait for cooldowns a little bit, and that's because this is Dalaran Arena. It's so hard for Hunters to be able to actually do pressure on this map. If you're going to go for a kill, you drop down, but then the team, if you don't get the kill right there, you just run around the pillar, and you're going to be able to kite all day long, it seems.
Yeah, definitely, and we can see that Barbarous is going to be the target, but they're just kind of poking out, hitting him a little bit. I think they may just be waiting for cooldowns. They may want to go back and attack Glyptic once again, because they did get a lot of cooldowns out of him with that wing swap. Dreams back behind the pillar, going to be able to pick up Gmos back there. And they are just kind of turtling, I think, until wings. We'll see if they're going to be able to kill Glyptic when that does come back up. We have Barbarous just kind of poking in himself. He's just trying to stay in line of sight for heals for the most part, just get in, get a little bit of damage done, and then get out of there. A trap does go down, but it was eaten, I believe, by Gmos, and now We see that Kolar dipping a little bit, down about 70%. Both Shamans pretty even here on mana, and here comes the swap over onto Glyptic, and we can see that he is hamstrung and everything. Is Wings back up, and yes, we can see Wings has been popped there by Gmos. He's just trying to chase after Glyptic, but Glyptic is just kiting him right now, and Gmos has not been able to connect at all with these Wings, and Glyptic is still basically full HP, and it looks like these cooldowns may just be completely wasted.
Yeah, you can see that the only intent that this KFC has at this point is to peel for their Shaman, and that's exactly what they need to do. This Warrior is already down to 54% health right here, and a full trap onto the Shaman. He's sitting that full. I don't know if he has Trinket available, but this is so good for the KFC at this point. Wings have now been used. They won't be available for a short period of time, and that's what you need, is while these Wings are on cooldown, you keep going, you get the pressure going. Barbarous is at 66% right now. He's trying to kite away still, as they are both two melee attackers. They're going to swap over onto Brain Deadly. Brain Deadly was in their face trying to kite away.
There's the full throwdown onto Kolar, though he does catch a Wog, and he's going to try to get out of there with the Intervene. Barbarous, though, in hot pursuit, is just going to chase him down. He is at about 50% HP, but he's staying very aggressive, and Gmos actually dipping very low. He's dangerously low, in fact. Can they get any interrupt? And there's a silencing shot onto Dream's heal. Will we see a bubble forced out here by Gmos? But he is actually flash-lighting himself back behind there. Glyptic now quite a bit behind on mana, but we've seen in the rest of the series that has been the case as well, and it hasn't ended up really mattering. Kolar now is going to be the target once again. We can see that the Sunders have just been kept up by Barbarous the entire game. You know, interesting choice. You don't really see Warriors going for that much anymore.
Well, you know, it's going to increase the damage of both him and his Hunter, so I think it's really smart to do, to always be aware. There was a silencing shot at the end of that heal. Brain Daily doing a great job of that. This Warrior appears to be in so much trouble at this point because these heals just keep getting interrupted. There was a silence on that one, a scatter on this. He's going to get trapped full.
The full trap comes in, he's thrown down full. He's down to about 20% HP. He has really not much left. He's going to need a big Wog here. He's in defensive stance, but he's stuck in the middle of the map, just dipping so low in kill shot next heat range. He's taking so much damage here as the Imp Slam is being used by Barbarous, and he kites back behind the pillar. Dreamy's going to have to do some big healing to top him back off. A fear does come in, going to force the tremor there, but it is their only fear, so it's not really going to matter. They're just keeping that damage going on to Kolar. We can see that he is still about 50% HP. Dreams has been under so much pressure this whole time. Wings popped once again there onto Brain Deadly, who is kind of in an awkward position, is going to have to disengage out of there, and now Gmos is going to retreat back behind the pillar. His Wings is going to be, you know, really not doing too much, and that's 2 Wings in a row that have pretty much been very non-impactful.
Yeah, it's not the situation you want to be in at all, and I feel like this game may go long, but there is a full trap onto Dreams, and Collard is down to 40%. If he doesn't catch a big Wog, he's certainly going to fall. There was a Hex onto the Ret, though. I believe he might have got dispelled as the Shaman came out of that trap, but Collard was put so incredibly low. There was a sack on him, a Riptide, and the Earthshield. Earthshield's about to fade. He needs to reapply that before he gets put into another big CC chain, but it does fall off at this point. And now they might just swap over onto the Ret Paladin, a silencing shot on that heal as well. And just, it has to be so frustrating for this Hunter team.
This is basically as well, man. He's at 10% mana, he's at 30% HP, he has to get out of there. We can see Sacred Shield has proc. Does he have a Wog for himself during that? Doesn't look like it. He is back up to about 40%, but he's just taking so much damage. And we can see Kolar is at about half HP. We can see them all just really in a lot of trouble. Glyptic still somehow is lower on mana. The Dreams is just doing a fantastic job with that mana conservation. Maybe Glyptic just getting offensive with so many purges, I'm not really sure, but Kolar dipping dangerously low once again, down below 20% HP, is in the kill shot range. He's blade storming, trying to kite away through that frost trap, but he is kind of LOSing his Shaman a little bit as well, and Kolar is so low. He's at 10% HP, catches the bop from Gmos, and I think that will allow him to be topped back off, but I'm not sure as it was removed very quickly. Trank shot off or purged, and he is down to 30%, catching 1 heal up to about half HP. We can see that the pressure is just non-stop, though he really can't get away. That trap is not going to land full. A silencing shot comes in just a split second too late to stop Dreams 10S.
I think it might be over for this Red team, man. They're hitting Barbarous just a little bit with that Repent on his Shaman, but they can't get any real pressure going at all, aside from when they have Wings. But when they have Wings, this team does such a great job of just staying away, forcing them to play defensive the entire time. And Glyptic should really go for a drink here. I feel like if he were to go for a drink, they'd be able to play so much more offensive, really get in there, purge off every single Riptide. I feel like that's what they need to do at this point. Wow, nice silencing shot at the very end of that heal. There are the Wings, though. Every cooldown being popped by this Red Paladin. They're going to be hitting this Warrior hard. He may want a pre-wall. He's already down to 35% health. He is just trying to kite away. The Warrior has leaped back to him, so he's going to leap.
He did save his wall there, but that was pretty risky, man. You know, had he gotten hit a little bit harder, he may have just gone down. So, you know, good cooldown conservation regardless. Glyptic's still going to be behind on mana, but Gmos' wings are gone again. He does still have the Guardian up, but he's trying to kite out of there. He knows he cannot stay in LOS of his Hunter, who's just dipping him down so low. Sacred Shield proccing once again, but he's down to 10% HP, 5% HP. He's going to have to bubble. So much damage coming in there from Brain Deadly as he spiked that Red Paladin down so low. Barbarous is at about 40% HP. Glyptic is almost completely tapped on mana. He's at 9%, but Kohler might just go down here. He's at 10% HP. He does get the link from Dreams, and now they're all low, so if they can keep this pressure going, it could be pretty good for them, but Glyptic is going to have to go for a drink. He's at about 7% mana. He did sit down for a drink, but he stopped immediately, and there's the Hodge onto him. They're going to swap over onto Glyptic, but Gmos may just die here. He's at 8% HP. He does go down. Dreams unable to keep him alive, and that is going to be a clean sweep, 3-0 here for this Hunter Warrior Shaman team.
What a pretty interesting final game based on how the first two were. It was pretty quick. That last game, as I said earlier, it is Dalaran sewers, so that just means that it's going to take so much longer for the Hunter to be able to land a kill, but as Barbarous said, he said that it would be that they don't have a chance, and that's what they showed. So unfortunately, that does mean that Gmos and our Dreams and Kolarn will be eliminated at this point.
Yeah, you know, unfortunate for them. They're going to be going down in 2 straight series. They are out of the tournament, but they showed some strong games, and they did make it all the way here. So still very impressive to even make it this far, you know, to be here at the tournament. We did see a gold members actually just won, and that was a lower bracket match against Bleachbones. So Bleachbones, that RMP that people were really scared of, going out in 2 straight rounds.
That's actually incredibly surprising for me.
I'm actually pretty disappointed because I want to see some RMP games.
I wanted to see that too, man. So yeah, Taku, Sko, and Meh will be eliminated, as well as Gmos, Dreams, and Kolarn. But I have to say, I'm very happy that they showed up. They provided us with great games, at least the ones that were shown on stream. So
yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, well played to them, but we see that, you know, Brain Deadly, Barbarous, and Glyptic will be moving on to round 2 of that consolation bracket. They're still alive. They still have a chance at that $30,000 prize pool, but we will not delay it any more longer. We have Red Eye ready at the stage, so we're going to throw it over to him.
Okay, so we've got 3 games down. There are 2 matches already done in the upper bracket. We'll bring you the semi-final of that upper bracket very shortly. We also have a team that are now eliminated from the tournament here at the World of Warcraft European Invitational Tournament, and unfortunately they will go home. They won't go home empty-handed, however, because we do have prize money for every single team. It's important to say that. $30,000 up for grabs across the board. $12,000 for first, $7,500 for second, and on all the way down to the top 8 players that we have here in this tournament. 24 players started off, of course, 8 teams, 1 trophy, and actually 2 places in the global final in Shanghai later on this year. So, with the winner of the matchup, we've got an interview now with Azael.
Hey guys, welcome back here. Well, I'm back with Barbarous. This is a 3rd interview already for you. You've been a mainstay here on the stage. You guys have been doing pretty well for yourselves. A really tough series in your first matchup, but you were confident you could take this one, and you did. Was it pretty much how you thought it would go?
To be honest, it was probably a bit harder than I expected. They played really well, and they made it quite close at times, getting our Shaman's mana very low and doing very well at surviving themselves. So they played really well, but we still took the games.
Yeah, so I mean, now that you've won that, do you think it gives you a little bit of momentum moving on in the tournament? You know, maybe boost your confidence a little bit, knowing that you can win here on the stage. And did you think you guys played pretty well?
I don't think I played my best, but to be honest, I was quite distracted, having to click decline a lot on invites. But I think overall, my teammates have played very well. I played okay, not my best, and hopefully I'll take the momentum forward, and hopefully we'll do a good match versus whoever we face next.
So I gotta ask you, you know, Warriors on live, not that strong, obviously, but in the TR gear, they are pretty strong. They're a lot better. How do you feel about Warriors? You know, where do you think they are kind of right now? How do you think they stack up against the rest of the field?
On live, they're really, really, really weak, like horribly weak. They're terrible. On TR, they're decent. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they're competitive.
Okay, have you played any MOP yet? How do you feel about Warriors in there if you've played?
I've not played it, but hopefully it'll have a lot of good changes, so I'm looking forward to it, but hopefully it's good.
All right, well, guys, that's going to be it for us now. We're going to throw it back to Paul, and then we're going to have another MOP trailer, and then we'll be back with some more games.
Yes, thank you very much. So a fantastic matchup in that lower bracket. We'll be back shortly with more from that lower bracket. But next up on stage, we have the upper bracket semi-final. And that'll be a fantastic matchup to see who goes through to the upper bracket final. So you won't miss a beat. We'll have more action coming your way in around about 13 minutes time. That's 2:30 CEST, or local time as they like to say out here. So don't go too far. We'll be right back with more from the World of Warcraft European Invitational.